their first time to go out on the...
You know, so pre the wins he's had, you know, and either it looks the same and I can't tell the difference, or it is the same. So yeah, anyway, he's experimenting as well.
Many thanks for that, Simon. Keeping a close eye on proceedings down in pit lane. So, first time, if anybody would fit in around this part of the world, it would be Jay. You can just picture him, can't you, in a Stetson with his cowboy boots on.
Exactly. Mia just following Franco Morbidelli on circuit.
Yeah, tough morning session for Frankie Morbidelli this morning. I caught up with her, who's expecting quite a tough weekend. Of course, that the force through the body will be much more intense and intensified.
Penalties, and then
talking about the 1993 500cc world champion, a proper, genuine American legend. Let's go and hear the thoughts ahead of his...
And you look behind and slid the rear at the same time, the black mark coming up. I don't know, I just thought, who is this guy? What were you...
I mean, it's a non-stop process. And, you know, the guys now are pushing the limit every lap of every practice session, because with those guys who are trying their hardest every possible lap. And, you know, it's tough physically. I think the guys probably have to train and work a whole lot harder around a little bit, but every now and then finesse looked a bit funny. But, you know, it's a completely different sport, but yet it's exactly...
And that's what I saw on track. Some people so far from the limit and going, oh my God, I'm going to crash, you know. And race, you were the first guy I ever saw do it, and that is some battled at the front. I can't remember, I think it was something like third you end up. You were right there. And the amount of people that could injure themselves and still...
In the wet this morning, set the bar, and he's setting the pace here as well as 10. He is 5/10 up on Jack Miller in the dry, so it's the same 1-2. Too often you see Binder's name appearing in the top 10 on a Friday, that's for sure.
This Kota surface was going to be, he said on his MotoGP debut here back in 2019, the bumps were quite bad then.
I can't really afford to make any mistake.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, everybody in the world would swap places right now with this young man. 4 races remaining. 3.7 seconds off at the checkered flag, and at the moment he's 3.3 seconds behind Marquez in the dry. So at the moment,
Jack Miller then about to head out once more. His first one exactly the same as what Marquez just did a moment ago. But when Marquez...
No, we were all sort of just like jaw aghast, weren't we? It was one of the real shocking moments for us down there.
Just to let you know, he did this faster times early on in the session on the...
Scared the living daylights out of you, isn't he? So I'll take a rain check.
I think he'd completely understand, to be honest. This is the turn 9 then. You just come over the crest and drop downhill. There's that big bump as well. Not holding nothing back there. Polished bar, very much like Marc Marquez, much like Taka Nakagawa.
That was through 90, and this is through turn 20. You can see on the entry to both the last couple of corners how difficult it is just to keep that.
Just see there from Fabio Quartararo, who currently sits in 5th place overall. He won't mind that too much. His big threat in the championship is Pecco Bagnaia. At the moment, the Italian is in 12 minutes. The 2 Suzuki riders, Mir and Rins, are to Q2 just in case it does rain tomorrow. And Joan Mir then, the Lecuona spill at turn 12. Blimey, almost clipped the arm car on the way into pit lane there. 1.2 down through sector 3. Misses out there, 204.6 then. It's Nakagami, Miller and Bagnaia now, your top.
And there, wasn't he?
And
nearly on the floor at turn 1. Yeah, that was...
Juan Mir out of the top 10. Binder's on a time good enough for a top 10 spot. 10 seconds left until the checkered flag comes.